Hi everyone and happy new year. I just wanted to quickly jump on live while I'm driving to this appointment I have and just kind of update you guys, and then also I hope everyone had a really good new year. I know I did. I was spending a lot of time reflecting and kind of seeing how 2024 was, seeing things that I want to keep from last year, things I want to not bring into the new year. And I've been spending a lot of time planning, like, what do I want 2025 to be? So a big part of that is self-development and I guess looking more internally. It's really weird because I definitely feel a difference ever since I turned 25 in terms of like how I think and what my plans are, feeling confident in my decision making. And I learned that I really want to start taking more initiative in the direction of like my life. I definitely grew up in a more sheltered home, and so a lot of my life decisions were based off of like parents or like friends and things like that. And one thing that I've really learned from this YouTube journey, even though it's only been a couple months, is I really learned that like if I put my mind to something, I can do it. And so like right now I'm still a very small content creator, but as I created more videos, it gave me a sense of confidence in myself. Like, okay, if this is something I put my mind to just not too long ago, a couple months ago, I know that if I put my mind to something long term or something that I'm actually passionate about, I can get it done. So going into 2025, that is something I really want to focus on, is reflecting more, deciding what I want, and putting action into that. As I was reflecting, I noticed that there were a few things in 2024 that I'm going to kind of, there's a few things, but I want to stay more relevant to YouTube specifically. There are a few things I don't necessarily want to bring into 2025, or that I want to bring in, but I want to test it. Hi, thanks for joining. I can't really read your comments because I will be driving, but I'm just going to be talking. So one of those things is actually going on live. So I noticed going on live has its pros and cons. A lot of the time I do get to meet a lot of amazing people. I've had a few live sessions where like we're just joking the whole time, other lives where I'm just cooking or we're just chatting, and I've met a lot of good people through live. At the same time, on the other hand, I have also met a lot of people, I guess like saw a lot of people, or I guess, you know, the ugly side of the internet as well. Like you get weird comments, you get hate, you get perverts, you get weird things like that. And I know it kind of comes with the territory of putting yourself out there in content, being online, especially when everyone has privacy behind their YouTube icons or whatever, like their own accounts, except you, because you're the one on live. So I understand it comes with the territory, but it's definitely not something I enjoy. And one thing I was really trying to do was something called Chatty Tuesday. And hold on. Yeah, I was trying to do something called Chatty Tuesday, where like every Tuesday I'd go online and I was like cooking and kind of showing people cooking techniques, easy recipes. And I only actually did it twice. I wanted to do it every single Tuesday, but I had started right before the holidays, so I canceled it for 2 weeks. But even with that just being a once a week thing, I would jump on live throughout the week as well. And I noticed it kind of started becoming a little bit burdensome, and like it made me not want to create content because I would see people's comments, and then some of those people who would comment negative things on my live would join on my actual channel and kind of like spam me or whatever. So I kind of started feeling discouraged to create the content that I wanted, even though it's been such a short amount of time. But this year, 2025, I decided that I'm not going to let that be something that gets in my way anymore. I'm going to start creating content. that I truly am passionate about, that I love. Right now, a lot of my content is like food and drink and coffee and everything like that. But it's not 100% something I want to do. I do want to put myself more out there and help more people. Share with them things that happen in my life or things that I'm doing in my life, to encourage others to enjoy like the little things in life. That was my original goal of this channel. But I strayed away from that because the more you put yourself out there, the more it opens up the door to criticism or just to negative comments or perverted comments and weird things like that. So I kind of started like wanting to close off a little bit more and just post about food. And then because it's easy, you know, everyone can relate to food, and like it's just easy to make. I cook it every day, boom, you know. But as I started doing that, I realized I was kind of like putting a wall up, which is good for the internet, but not good in terms of your own mental health or your own personal goals of a channel or a business or whatever you want to do. So that being said, I've decided I'm going to put the cooking class, like the Chatty Tuesday thing that I do, on hold. I may continue to hop on there every now and then and teach something small of how to cook this or that, but I'm not going to have it be a strict schedule every Tuesday or whatever like I wanted. Instead, I'm going to focus more on figuring out what my goals are for the channel and really focusing on that instead of allowing people's comments to kind of bother me or get to me and stuff. And the reason I hate that so much is because like I've worked so hard on trying to be more confident in my own decisions and like the kind of person that I am and the things that I say or whatever. And I guess I'm still in a place where I realized I'm not 100% mentally ready to put like my whole life out there all the way. So I want to like I guess refocus back on what my original plan was for YouTube and really like hone in on that instead of broadening it too much, opening the door too wide, and then like having a bunch of weirdos come in and everything like that. So I'm gonna be not on live as much as I used to be, I guess, which was like only a couple times a week. I'm gonna like maybe go on once a week, maybe. And then I will not be doing like the Chatty Tuesday thing, and instead I do want to focus more on the goal of the channel, blah, blah, blah. So that was like one thing I wanted to talk about. Right now I'm actually doing something I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is get a piercing, like a certain piercing I really wanted. I already have my cartilage pierced, and I have like my doubles and I have my singles, whatever, but I wanted to get something called a date piercing, so I'm going to get that right now. Like I've been wanting to get this for like a year, but then they said you can't go swimming with like a new piercing for so many months until it heals. So I was like, let me get this now, so like when the summer comes I can actually like go swimming and everything. So today's Saturday, I happen to be available, and so I'm just driving to the piercing shop right now. It's going to be in San Jose. I live in California, so it's in San Jose. That's where I'm going right now. And then, let me see, there's something else I want to talk about. Oh yeah, that was kind of it actually. Kind of summed it up pretty quickly. A lot of it is like the new year. Like this year, I actually am really excited for 2025 because I'm telling you, I don't know what happened, but it's like once I turned 25, which was last year, so many things started lining up. Like so many things started coming into place, and I started really realizing more of the things I wanted in life. I felt less lost. I felt more focused. And it feels like it's the first year of my life that I'm going into a new year knowing what I want and feeling determined and driven to actually do it. And I really want to share that process with you guys because I'm excited about it. And I've never been the kind of person that's like excited about going into new year. It's just like, okay, cool, like I'll write down some goals. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. This is the first time in my life that I'm like, it's gonna happen, and I know it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna work my butt off until it does. So I really want you guys to be like a part of that journey, and like we can kind of support each other and maybe bounce ideas off of each other, or just see how we can all achieve our goals together. I think this is a year that we should do that. And it blows my mind that like 2020 was 5 years ago, and a lot of us are kind of still in that mindset, you know, of like chaotic and like trying to balance work life and everything changing, and it just feels like it just happened yesterday, but it was like almost 5 years ago now. So that being said, I'm like, this year I'm gonna really focus in on my goals, focus in on work-life balance, family, friends, making sure the friends I am pouring into are ones, you know, the friends I'm pouring into are ones that are growing, and that's like a huge goal for me this year. I spent so much time of my life like trying to cultivate relationships that were not strong, were not going anywhere, and overall maybe they were fake, or maybe they were just not very strong relationships. And it comes a point in your life when you're just like, you know what, it's time to let those things go and just move on, and like refocus on like the things that really matter in life. So high school, college, everything like that, you really care about what people think, you really care about being friends with everyone, being cool with everyone, blah blah blah. But then now I'm at a point in my life where I'm just like, you know what, like I don't really care if it rubs people the wrong way. I'm gonna focus on the people who I genuinely care about, and make that my life, you know, because at the end of the day, it's important to cultivate those relationships, because those are the people who are going to be there for you when times get rough. Like when I started this channel, I didn't tell anyone about it. I told my husband about it a couple weeks after I started, and then after the second month, then I told friends and family. And then you really know who truly supports you. Some people kind of thought it was like a joke or whatever. They're like, oh, whatever. And then other people were extremely supportive. And it really makes you see, like, you know what? Why am I putting so much energy in like certain people? Why do I care about what these people think so much? When in reality, like, these are the people that matter, you know? So that's my goal. Like for this year, I'm going to focus on that 100%. No distractions. I'm going to learn how to balance life in terms of like work, pleasure, family, whatever. I'm not going to be super strict and everything and be like, oh, I'm never going to eat out, I'm going to gym all the time. Not in that way, not going to make it unhealthy, but just like, you know, a healthy amount of focus. So that's my plan. So I am only like 5 minutes away now from the shop. This is like such a random live, but I just felt like the need to announce some of those changes, because creating content really is like, it's a mental thing. Like you have to really plan what you want to do. You have to put effort into it, and it helped me develop a new sense of respect for people who do create content, because I used to think it was the easiest job in the world. I was just like, oh, like, and I think it will be, it can get there later, like way later. But as of right now, like it takes so much mental energy and planning and effort that you really have to be like intentional about it. And it put a new perspective on content creation. I see a lot of other small content creators like in all the effort they put in, and it makes me admire them and think like, man, I can't believe people are doing this stuff. Like this stuff is actually kind of hard. So I'm like, if I'm gonna be in it, I'm gonna be in it all the way, and I need to be intentional about that, and decide what kind of message do I want to be putting out there to the world. What kind of person do I want to be, and what kind of person do I want to encourage others to strive for? I don't just want to be something that people, it's nice. We all need someone to laugh about, or like we all need someone to help ease our mind and stuff like that. And I love people who do that type of content. But I was like, what kind of message do I want to be? And I think I need to like focus back in on that for my channel. And so that's why I wanted to announce the changes that will be coming for the new year, so that people know why I'm not quitting. I'm just refocusing, recentering, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I'm a red light now, and I'm like 1 minute away. So I'm gonna end this live. Thank you guys for joining or rewatching or whatever, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.